In the bustling heart of Lagos, where the city never seemed to sleep, Toby found himself at a crossroad. Unemployment has left him desperate, but love had given him hope. His girlfriend, Amaka, offered to shelter him in her small apartment. Blinded by affection and gratitude, Toby agreed, seeing it as a chance to build their future together. The first few days were blissful. Toby felt lucky to have a supportive partner. However, as the saying goes, not all that glitter is gold. Now, slowly, the cracks in their relationship began to show. One evening, as Toby answered a call from a potential employer, Amaka snatched the phone from his hand. No calls after 8 p.m., she declared firmly. It is my house and my rules. Shocked, Toby could only nod in agreement, sensing the underlying threat in her words. The next morning, Toby woke up to a malicious drawn timetable stuck to the fridge. Toby, that's your daily chores, Amaka explained with a smile that didn't really quite reach her eyes. She has mapped out him cleaning, cooking, and running errands, not even minding his job hunting. Toby felt like a prisoner in Amaka's house. His dreams of a future together was slowly slipping away. Days turned into weeks and weeks turned into months. Toby's life has become a cycle of endless chores and strict rules. Now he really felt like a houseboy rather than a boyfriend. Friends who visited would tease, Toby, are you the man or the maid of this house? He will laugh it off. But deep down, the words stung, reminding him of his demission status. Just when Toby thought he couldn't take it anymore, a ray of hope appeared. A job offer came from a company in the faraway city. Well, this wasn't his dream job, but it was a ticket to freedom and self-respect. With mixed emotions, he broke the news to Amaka and suggested he was going to visit every weekend. After all, absence makes the heart grow fonder, he said. Despite the hardship he has faced, Toby decided to still cling to the hope that this separation might rekindle their love. The first month apart was liberating for Toby. He threw himself into his work, eager to prove his worth. But strange things began to happen. Old friends from Amaka's apartment would call, asking questions. Are you still with Amaka? They will inquire. When pressed for details, they changed the subject, leaving Toby to wonder what they knew that he doesn't know. One Friday evening, Toby returned to Amaka's for his usual weekend visit. As he approached Amaka's apartment, the landlord, Baba Ade, called out to him. Toby, my son, we need to talk, the old man said, his face grieved. Confused, Toby followed Baba Ade to his quarter. What's the matter, sir? He asked. A sense of anxiousness grieved him in his stomach. Baba Ade sighed heavily. Toby Toby, you need to end things with Amaka. My house has become a den of sin. Different men come and go at odd hours. It's shameful and it's getting out of hand. My wife and I have decided to confront the next man we see, but I wanted to warn you first. Toby felt as if the ground had opened beneath his feet. He stumbled back to Amaka's apartment. His mind was racing. As he entered, his phone rang. It was Emeka, their next door neighbor. Toby, are you around? I need to talk to you urgently, Emeka said. I'm at the apartment now, Toby replied, his voice shaking. A moment later, Emeka busted in, finding Toby in the sofa, tears streaming down his face. Guy, she wasn't worth it, Emeka said softly. Then he revealed how he had recently fought with their mutual friend Chidi after discovering Chidi had slept with Amaka. Amaka returned home, rushing to the bathroom and claiming she needed to get ready for church rehearsal. Suspicious Toby waited until she was in the shower and then checked her phone. Opening her Facebook app, the first message he saw was from the manager of a nearby filling station, a man whose child naming ceremony they had attended together some months back. The message made Toby's blood run cold. Amaka was asking if the man had enjoyed their encounter that afternoon. When Amaka emerged, dressed to go out, Toby didn't confront her. He simply watched as she left. Toby followed her outside. A car was waiting. He trailed them to a local hotel as his heart was beating at each passing moment. Now he has seen enough. This wasn't just a one-time mistake. It was a pattern of betrayal. Returning to the apartment, Toby packed his things, checked out into a nearby hotel. He couldn't bear to spend another night in Amara's house. The next morning, he boarded the first flight back to his city. His mind consumed with all sorts of emotions: anger, hurt, and a sense of disbelief. When Amaka started calling, Toby finally confronted her with everything he has learned. She begged and pleaded, but it was too late. The trust was also broken. Toby refused to listen to her excuses. His heart hardened by the realization that this woman he had loved was nothing more than a manipulative, unfaithful liar. In the weeks that followed, more shocking news emerged. Amaka had fallen really ill, and rumors spread that she has contracted HIV. Toby's friend urged him to get tested, and to his relief, the result came out negative. However, this experience has left a deep scar in his heart, and he found himself wary, distrustful, throwing himself into his work to avoid any form of further romantic entanglement. But as fate will have it, 2 years later, Toby found himself drawn to Adora, a kind, a very intelligent colleague. Slowly and casually, he opened his heart again, now determined not to make the same mistakes. Their romance blossomed, built on a foundation of mutual respect and trust. A year later, They got married in a very joyous ceremony, surrounded by family and friends. Couple years later, they gave birth to a baby boy. Toby finally realized that true love was worth waiting for, and that sometimes the darkest moments can lead to the brightest future. Thank you for listening and watching our story. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.